But this game here is to be sold, not told, man. So we definitely going members only on this one. You gotta be dedicated to the process of your progress, man, to be in this chat right here, man. But anyway, I appreciate all of y'all for listening. That don't mean that I don't appreciate you listening. I want you to listen, man. Stay on in here and listen, man. All right, so let's get to it, man. First of all, man, I want y'all to understand something. It is crazy to me that these dudes still out here legally marrying these women. And the only ones who are promoting it is guys who are stuck in a legal marriage. There is no man you ever going to hear who's not legally married that's promoting the benefits of legal marriage. And even those guys who are promoting the benefits of it, if you talk to them behind closed doors, they will tell you that they wish they hadn't done it. You know what I mean? Legal marriage is fool's gold, man. It's no good. Legal marriage was for a time when it benefited a man because it gave you ownership of the woman. Like the ownership that her father had, it passed that ownership on to you legally. So the woman couldn't leave. If she left, somebody could bring you back your wife. You owned her. Now that the ownership is gone, legal marriage it has reversed. It makes you owned as a man. Why? Because it exposes your revenue. It exposes your benefits. Look at some of these NBA players, man. They still getting their pension taken, man, from women in alimony, bruh. So, Dwight Howard. Now, I want to show y'all a clip first about Dwight Howard. This isn't his first rodeo. His baby mama, Royce Reed, has been tearing him down. He already went through this before. And now he's back at it again. He's back at it again, brothers. Let's take a look at this, man. Y'all got to see this. This is just a reminder of what this brother didn't learn from in his first mistake. That's it, man. I just wanted to run that by y'all right quick, man, to give y'all some insight on who we dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give y'all some insight on who we dealing with so y'all will know the type of brother that we about to learn these lessons from because he didn't learn them. So we gonna learn them, and he gave thank you, Dwight Howard, for giving us 2 opportunities to learn from your mistakes. Because trying the same thing once, okay, you see it don't work. When you tried the second time expecting a different result, it's insanity. When you tried the third time, it's just dumb. And here's a man that has just been dumb when it comes to women. So I'm gonna give y'all a little insight on the story, man. He married this another reality star chick, and she's absolutely ghetto and hood. So this is a story from U.S. Weekly. Former NBA star Dwight Howard's wife has filed for divorce after just 6 months of marriage. Amy Luciani, real name Amber Howard. Really, her real name is Amber Rose, believe that or not. The couple got married on or about January 11th. She requested divorce on July 1st. She said the marriage is irretrievably broken. First of all, she 35. He 39. Why would you be 35 marrying a 35-year-old? Why 39 marrying a 35-year-old? Come on, bruh. She's a wall banger. No man should be willing to just meet a wall banger and marry her right off the point. You know what I mean? You're going to meet a wall banger and say, oh, I love her. I'm going to marry her. Come on, bruh. We can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Now, she best known for appearing on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's her claim to fame. She best known for Love Hip Hop Atlanta. That's another thing. Bro, if you super paid like that, you need a woman that ain't known for nothing. A woman that ain't known for nothing. This type of woman you play with, not stay with, and he done did it twice. All right. She asked that all assets and property be divided equally and requested either periodic lump sum, in-kind alimony, or any combination thereof on a temporary and permanent basis. Man, come on, bro. Then she got the audacity to say, remember, if God brought you to it, he'll bring you through it. Now she's the victim and the victor at the same time. You can only do this with a simp. They went public with their relationship in December. Then they tied the knot the following month. Come on, man. He just met the bra. And here's the thing. A week after they made their relationship official, he called her his perfect person. Come on, bro. You're confused if you think this type of woman your perfect person. And you may say, what's wrong with it, BOA, besides the reality show stuff? I'm going to show you in a minute. She said, I spent the perfect day soaking in the fact that God really loves me. I walk around all day, wish me thank you, God, all day. This was 6 months ago. I'm so thankful for my family and friends. I'm thankful for my supporter for riding with me all these years, for my health. Thankful for being forgiven and renewed. Thankful because my mama's still here. All these things, man, thankful. Now she thankful for that simp for coming into her life and let her tear his pockets up. He retired from, man, he played professional basketball up to 2023. That's what kind of athlete he was. He had an 18-year career in the NBA. You understand me? And he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing, but now he has put himself in a situation where this woman is about to take him for what he got. And she may not get to have that she's looking for, but she's going to get some because you put yourself in that situation, bruh. No prenup, no nothing. Just jumping off the porch. And I'm going to tell you, man, though a rumor that was out about him with the trans situation, that probably made him just go ahead and jump over. Man, let me tell you something. When you're going through something, a woman will ride on you, bro. She will roll up on you, man, and she'll get you for everything she can when you're going through something. The two times that a woman is coming, man, to take you for whatever you got is when she went through something and when you went through something. Now, if both of y'all went through something at the same time, it's a little less likely that she'll be able to get from you because y'all could trauma bond together. But if she went through something and you didn't, man, she gonna come in, man. She gonna come in guns a blazing, boy. She trying to hit you up for everything you got. Get it up, empty them pockets. She trying to leave your pocket like rabbit ears, man. Don't believe her tears, bro. So I want y'all to understand something. When you put yourself in this situation, you kind of deserve what you get, because as a man, you got to understand the type of woman that you're dealing with. Whatever type of broad she is, she ain't gonna change for you. She can't change for you. Sometimes a woman would like to change for you, but she can't. She is who she is, man. If she go to church and get saved, man, I mean, she's just a woman who went in there and got saved, but she's still who she is. You understand? They go get saved to separate themselves from their past, but they can't, man, because the energy of those men, the energy of those situations, the energy of those tribulations, man, they stuck in her, dog. Ain't nothing she could do about it. She can't get herself out of that. She can't loose herself from that, man. She tied into it. Now, let's look at her, man. Let's look at her, man. This next clip, man, we're gonna look at her and we're gonna listen to her do a freestyle, bro. I want y'all to listen to what she's rapping about, and then you get the opportunity to see. Hold on, man. Let me make an adjustment here. And then you get the opportunity to see what I'm talking about a little bit more. Peep game.
I wanna rock right now. I'm Big Lou and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known. I guess I ain't a host, so I can't get on. They calling me the new Nicki. I'll take that. I fell off again. I'ma shake back. If you run up on me, I'ma break that. Yeah, I'm the real Dundada. Ride by myself, ain't got no partner. Real rap bitch, find a bitch that's hotter. Look around and I still ain't spotted. Better get your own money, sis. If it's in his name, then that's his shit. He get mad, take back your whip. Now you on another dick. Secret weapon, they sleep on me. Self-made, they don't.
Now, I just wanted to let y'all hear that so we could see the type of, I just wanted to let y'all hear that so we can see the type of energy that this woman has. She kind of like a dude. Never allow a woman into your life and put her in a feminine position when she's masculine. You can't put a masculine woman in a feminine position. You know what I mean? You can't make a middling player that is only average 2 points and 1 rebound a game for his whole career. You can't sign him to a max contract and then make him the centerpiece of your team. Men don't ever do that except when it comes to women. When it comes to women, you'll take a woman that you know don't fit a situation and put her in it anyway, man. You understand, man? When you look at her, man, when you see the lashes and you see all the makeup, you hear the bass in the voice, and you hear when she open her mouth, she trying to rap hard like a dude, and she talking about murking people and all of this, man, and she talking about she rides solo. She just said she don't need no protection because she rides solo. She ain't even got no crew. She ain't got no partner. She ain't got nothing. She rides solo. She don't need no protection. She don't need no provision because she finna be the next Nicki, and she doing all, she finna get to the bag. She fell out, but she about to bounce back. She about to do all of that. Or what? Well, how many signs does a man need to know that he about to fall into a situation, man, with a woman that don't deserve him? With a woman that don't deserve him, dog. And let me tell y'all something. And women don't even do what they used to do. They don't try to hold out on sex until marriage. They go ahead and give it to you and then say, well, if we're going to be together, then we need to get married. I don't want to keep living in sin. That's what they tell you. I said, well, baby, you've been living in sin before you met me. Don't come and try to make me be the one to take you out of sin. They say, man, make her an honest woman. I say, man, make her an honest woman. How? She's been lying her whole life. How am I make her an honest woman? If I marry her, I don't make her an honest woman. That make her my lying wife. What we doing around here? Stop thinking you could change a woman, dog. You can't change her. No amount of money, no amount of fame, no amount of game, no amount of anything is going to change a woman, dog. She going to be who she is, man. She can't change. And let me tell you something else. You think she can change? She don't want to change. A woman going to do what she familiar with. You look at Brittany Renner with the hijab on, man. Then she come back out, man. What she do after that? She jump right back in the little body dress, man. It ain't no stress. You know what I'm saying? You try to make her more, but she's been less her whole life. So when you see her, she got to go back to who she is. She got to go back to what she's comfortable with. She got to go back to what she's relied on to give her any level of success, man. So you can't take a woman off the streets, man, and put her in the penthouse, dog. You can't do it. If she on the streets, man, you take and put her in one of them project apartments. You don't put her in the penthouse with you. And this what happens, man. Y'all too quick to try to wife up a woman, man. You listen to your dad, man. Man, don't listen to your dad. Your dad was a simp for your mama. What you listen to him for? You done seen your mama disrespect that fool. You understand me? And if your dad is real and he did run the household, then you gonna automatically know you need to let him meet every woman. And then he gonna tell you, he gonna raise you, tell you what type of woman you need to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Man, my son ain't got no love for no hood rat. You understand? He ain't got no love for no hood rat. He grew up in the burbs his whole life, man. He ain't never struggled a day in his life. He been a suburban kid his whole life, been in private school his whole life. He don't know nothing about none of that. He don't know what to do with a woman like that. The only person who know what to do with a woman like that is a dude from that environment. And he knows the relationships be super toxic. Think about a hood chick and a hood dude and how toxic their relationship end up being. All the fighting, sometimes stabbing, sometimes shooting, going to prison, STDs, all of the pregnancy about other people, fighting over each other, fighting with each other, fighting each other. All of that, man. Then you meet a woman like that, man. You think she over that shit, dog? Some of that stuff is so raw, man. She can't never get over it. And that's what I want y'all to understand, man. These women can't never get over this stuff they be dealing with. But let's get into this next one, man, and we'll see just how foul she is and how he just a lost dude, man. You can tell he ain't grow up with his dad in his life. And that's why I come here, man. I ain't trying to be nobody daddy, but I'm telling you, I know it's some lessons that y'all didn't learn if you ain't had your dad in your life. Either if your dad was in your life, even if he was a simp, you was able to watch him and see what not to do. If your dad was a P, if your dad was a G, then he was able to teach you what to do. But either way, you either got taught what to do or you saw what not to do. Either your daddy got good results from women and you follow his footsteps because he taught you the game, or he got horrible results from women. And you looked at him and said, I don't never want to do any of that. It ain't about knowing the prism of the ism. It's about not being a simp. And the only way I know how to tell you not to be a simp is to give you the prism of the ism, is to help you apply, pimp principle to the square world. And I heard somebody say once that somebody said you can't apply the ism to the square world. Man, you sound dumb. You sound dumb if you say that. Somebody sent me a clip. And somebody said, man, you can't apply the ism to the square world. How come you can't? I ain't say apply it to the broad. You apply it to the square world. Yes, hell, you can. All the ism is protecting yourself from the conniving nature of the woman, dog. That's all the ism is. That's why P's say, hey, you got to pay to stay. You know what I'm saying? My motto is this, man, petite women got to pay what I said, big girls got to pay what they weigh. That's my motto. If you make her invest, she ain't going to give you no stress. So let's keep going, man. Let's check this out. Let's watch this clip right here, man. We're going to see this couple together, and I'm going to tell you some things that you can look out for, man, to show you that the woman ain't the type of woman, dog, because these are the type of things that a woman that's worth having wouldn't do. Y'all check it out.
Gonna get David.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want y'all to tell me something. I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you have ever shared a toothbrush with a woman. As an adult man, if you have shared a toothbrush with a woman. Now, I get it. I'm not talking about a woman. If you married and you've been with your wife 20 years, man, y'all probably share everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no telling what y'all done shared, man. But I'm talking about he ain't even know this woman, dog. He met this woman, picked up off the streets. She was struggling. Career wasn't doing what she thought it was going to do. Only claimed fame, reality TV. So she real famous, didn't have no money. So he picked her up, started taking care of her. But he is sharing toothbrushes with the broad, man. And you know this ain't the first time. You know she done shared that she done brushed her teeth, then paid that toothbrush back to him. Why y'all ain't got but one toothbrush? Help me on dog. We talking about a couple that's traveling together, dog, wherever they at. I hope they ain't at one of their homes, but if they traveling together, why in the hell y'all only got one toothbrush? Do you know how toxic and that man, that's illiform, dog. That don't even make sense. Bro, I don't even like no one brush her teeth in my sink. Listen, man, the double vanities are true. You know what I'm saying? The double sink, man, that's real. Don't use my sink at all. Man, I ain't like, man, listen, bro. Listen, man, I had, bro, man, she used my sink one time, bro. I damn near made her walk to the airport and buy her own ticket. You know what I'm saying? She flew to me, so I was gonna fly her back. Man, I damn near made her walk to the airport, man, fly. Don't even take your luggage with you. I'm gonna burn it all. Like, no, don't use my sink. What we talking about? So when you look at these type of things, man, you understand what type of man we talking about, dog. We talking about the type of man that overvalues a woman. Who knows where that woman mouth been, dog? And listen, and when you brush your teeth, you don't brush your teeth when they're clean. You brush your teeth when they need to be brushed. You brush your teeth early in the morning. Look like they just waking up, dog. Look like she just waking up. Man, how you gonna brush your, bruh, come on, man. But this the type of thing that lets a woman know, because I'm gonna be honest with you, there's an energy that comes into a woman that lets her know if you're a man or a mouse. It let her know, man, if you're a simp or a pimp. It let her know, man, if you the real or you a mouse that squeals. It lets her know, dog. And once she realizes that, the energy connection that y'all have, it dies very quickly because she realizes you're not a man. You know what I'm saying? All type of things that y'all be doing, man. Bro, I've talked to some women, man, that told me, man, that men have done all types of things, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, listen, man, listen. You let them play with parts of your body you ain't got no business letting them play with, and then you wife her up. Don't you understand that woman knows that you ain't a man? She knows you're not a man. She don't respect you as a man. Now she your wife. And what happens when a woman that don't respect you become your wife? Man, you ain't looking at her left hand because she hiding the knife, dog. You think them long nails? Nah, man, that them Freddy Krueger fingers, man. That was scissor hand, dog. I want y'all to understand this, man, dog. You set the standard and you make a woman stick to it. Bro, listen, I done had a woman show up at my crib before, man, and mess around, man, left her toothbrush. Man, that was her last time coming to my crib, dog. Man, showed up at my crib, man. I mean, listen, bro. When I tell you, man, the girl was bad, dog. She was bad. But she showed up, said she forgot her toothbrush. Dog, let me tell you something. I might have forgot my cologne. I ain't never forgot my cologne. Let me see what I forgot. I ain't never forgot my clippers. Let me see what I might have forgot. Bruh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't think of nothing that I'd ever forgot when I was traveling, dog. Certainly not none of my personal hygiene items. I never forgot them. And if I did forget them, I didn't forget them. I just left them home because I was gonna pick up more where I was. Like if I just replaced all my personal hygiene items, I try to keep a couple of extras. But if I'm down to like my last one and it's a fresh one, I just opened it, whether it's toothpaste, um, whether it's floss, whether it's deodorant, no matter what it is, whatever it is, if it's fresh, I just buy some where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I just buy some where I'm going. If I'm down to my last one, no matter if it's fresh or not, I just buy some where I'm going. I already know I'm gonna buy some where I'm going. I don't go to my accommodations without stopping. You know what I'm saying? I book my flights early enough so I know when I land, I got time to find a Walmart, to find a, um, a pharmacy or something. You know what I mean? A grocery store. So I want y'all to understand, how likely is it for you to get your toothbrush? You know you finna go somewhere. Bro, I made her go home the next day, man. If it wasn't so late, I'd have made her go home that day, man. And she drove to see me. 5 hours. And I'm like, man, no, you gotta go. Cause I don't want you around me. You nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause here's the thing, bro. She showed up early enough in the day to say something about it. It should have been on her mind. Dog, it was nighttime. You know what I'm saying? I got my electric toothbrush, man, doing my things. I'm doing my thing. And she come in and ask me, do I have an extra toothbrush? I'm like, baby girl, you see what kind of toothbrush I use. We don't buy extra toothbrushes. We buy extra heads for this toothbrush. And man, I was like, man, it was foul, dog. It was foul, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it didn't matter to me, man. I mean, I don't kiss no way, man. So I ain't gonna lie, I still knocked her down, man. I mean, she did bring everything else, man. She smelled good, man. She got in there, man, and took a little shower, man, with a little loofah sponge and all that, man. She looked good and smelled good, man. But I don't kiss no way. But I just knew the next morning she had to go home because I knew all day she was gonna walk around with me. It was just the fact she was gonna wake up and couldn't brush her teeth before she started talking to me. I said, nah, man. She had to go. So I just want y'all to understand, man. It's rare that you do those things, man. Come on, man. She left her toothbrush. How come they sharing a toothbrush? But let's get into it, man. Now I want y'all to look at this, man. So understand, dog, when a woman is nasty, she nasty all across the board. You know what I mean? That's just nastiness right there. When a woman is nasty, she nasty all across the board. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as a woman just nasty in one area. Yeah, a person, not even just one, a person that's nasty, a person that's not up on their hygiene, dog. They just worry about what they look like. There's something else with their hygiene that they don't take care of, dog. I promise you that. And then with some people, dog, I look at it like this. If you don't know that you need to take care of your mouth, that's the first thing people look at, man. When you talk to somebody, man, their eyes take a glance at your mouth immediately. Maybe that's just me. Like I look right at teeth. You know what I'm saying? I look at teeth first, and then I just. It's not because I'm trying to judge people. That's just where I go. I look at teeth first. All right, man. So let's get into it. Let's get back into it.
Mrs. Rivera, I'm glad you're getting a divorce. Mrs. Rivera, I will say this to you. You're foolish. You had a good thing. As soon as it wasn't a perfect thing, it made you angry. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. You most certainly are not perfect. And the next guy you get is not going to be perfect. And unless you're willing to put up with a little bit of, they say for better or for worse for a reason. It's not going to be all lollipops and sunshine. And when it's not lollipops and sunshine for your husband, you at least give him a lollipop. You might not be able to make the sun shine, but you can give him a lollipop, and you didn't do it. You decided that your marriage was about you, for you, and because of you, and when he hit a rough patch, you were like, I'm sick of you. I'm tired of it. You're not the king and wonderful anymore because you're not doing everything I want to. You're no longer Mr. Perfect, and I have no obligation to give anything to you. That's tired and that's sad, and he's a good dude. Better person. Be a nicer person.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I started to put a clip in here, man. Judge Lynn, man, she was sitting on her bed, man. Somebody said my IG post. Judge Lynn was sitting on her bed, man, put one of her legs behind her head, man, and tucked the other one up to her shoulder. I said, oh my God, look at Miss Judge Lynn Toller over there. Man, let me tell you something, boy. I get Judge Lynn Toller a little time, man, to finish getting over her husband, man. I slide on that old thing, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I was very impressed. But I say this to y'all, man. When you think about this, bro, a woman that you meet is going to go the direction you lead her. And she's either going to say, no, I don't like that, or she's going to say, okay, I'm with that. The problem is, dudes too busy trying to flex with their wallet. You going in leading with your wallet. I got a joint by DDG coming tomorrow, man, where he already had the woman and jumped immediately into his wallet, still talking wallet talk. Didn't know what to do. The woman said everything he wanted her to say, man. He had her. And then he still said something about his wallet. I was like, man, come on, bruh. Stop leading with your wallet. Man, listen, you better start making these women pay, man. Cause let me hip y'all to something. Unless she giving you a body that ain't nobody never touched, it's worthless. It's just something to have fun with. Her body is not worth your money. You understand? How you gonna pay for the body, then she go pay Dr. Miami to fix it? I'm not paying for nobody. You understand what I'm saying? That's all she has. So you wife up a woman who has given you nothing but her body, and it wasn't even a brand new body? Come on, bruh. I don't care what the else that woman has. It don't matter what quality, man. Listen, I'd rather have a woman who can't do nothing but make paper. and just have her breaking bread. That's what I'd rather do. Because we live in a modern world, dog. We live in a modern society where you men are going into a situation believing that you're going to get your great grandmama, but you're not. Not because these women are incapable of it, because they don't have to do it. They have a better option. They can be whatever they want to be. They don't have to be your loving or doting wife. They can be whatever they want to be. They're not raised like that. Y'all still around here wifing women, man, like they raised like that. If your dog is a mutt and run from you and everybody else, you going to leave that motherfucker in the house a guard dog? Nah, man. You going to make him go outside, man. You don't leave him in the house. You don't deserve to stay in the house. You can't guard the house. The only time men drop the ball on judging people poorly is when it comes to relationships with women. And it's only because you forget she was put here to be your helpmeet. You were not put here to be her helpmeet. She was put here to be yours. When you look at the Proverbs 31 woman, that's how I gauge a woman. How many of these things in Proverbs 31 is this woman doing in order to have access to my resources, in order to have access to my provision, in order to have access to my protection? And that's just the reality of it, dog. You cannot allow yourself to get caught up in this simp shit that's being taught in this society, man. It ain't worth it. There's nothing about the women in this society that would dictate that you will marry one of them, that you will legally give her access when you know she's a taker. She ain't a giver, man. These women aren't built to give. They've been taking their whole life. They grew up thinking that you're supposed to be able to get something from a man because you like him or because he likes you. They're built up growing up, even if you want their phone number that you're supposed to give them something. Especially the younger you go in this society, man, these women about that paper. Everything they do is a paper move. It's about them getting that paper, dog. They on a paper run every single hour of the day. I'm telling you, bruh. When they say, if you won't do it, another man will, because they willing to give that man what he wants. There's always a man out there willing to pay a woman to play. And these women will let him pay to play. They don't even value their bodies anymore. So if all she has to offer you is her body, and obviously from her past, she doesn't value that body, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Let's get back into this thing, man. Let's get back into it. All right, man, we're going to watch a clip where this Asian guy is going to tell you all the reasons that it's foolish to try to make a woman happy. If a woman tell me, man, she wants somebody to make her happy, man, I'm pew. Underlay, Iba, underlay. I'm Speedy Gonzalez, man. I'm out of there. Beep, roll runner, dog. I'm gone. I'm hopping in the Mach 1, man. I'm smashing out. I'm talking about I'm peeling. Let's check it out.
You never make the lady happy no matter what you do. Never. If you got money, they want 10. If you got 10, they want money. You know? So you never make them happy. Just try to make people do however you can. That's it. And follow God. You never get lost. That's all. Do the best you can. That's it. You don't need to put yourself so hard. You know? Just do the best you can. You know you cannot make them happy, so what? Just do the best you can. You try to be good boy. That's all you do.
What if you make a lot of money? Is that gonna make him happy?
No way. No way. If like that, why Donald Trump have a lot of money? Elon Musk have a lot of money. Why the first two why let him? Right?
Yeah.
See? I proved. I saw a lot of people have the money, but like they not happy.
Wow.
The lady never happy. Sometimes they have money, they not happy. They have a lot of money, they want 10. And then the people have a lot of money, they're busy to make money. Right? Like Uncle Tino don't have a lot of money. Uncle Tino busy to cook and eat. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of money, but I'm still happy, so what?
Wow.
Listen,
Gonna regret that.
Oh, man, my bad. That ain't what I was trying to do. I done went too far. My bad. I do that sometime, man. All right, here we go. All right. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Unc Chino, man, dropped a lot of game in that. Let me tell you something, man. You hear the one thing he said I want to point out to you. Just roll with God, man. Just roll with God. That's what happiness is. These guys too busy out here trying to find fulfillment in abroad because they ain't got no relationship with the Most High. They be talking, man, ain't no God, man. God ain't gonna do this, God. Well, why you chasing the broad? Why you so caught up in chasing the broad then? If you caught up in chasing the broad, you're a weak man. If you chase women, you're a weak man. A weak man. You could tell the lies about we're hunters and all of that and blah, blah, blah. We're hunters. Yes, you're right. We're hunters. But when the last time you seen a man run down a cheetah or when the last time you seen a man run down an antelope? When the last time you seen men run down a deer? No, we don't hunt by chasing. We hunt by capturing. Even when we're hunting deer, when we're out hunting deer, man, we're in a spot and we dropping a lure. We got them in a spot and we trying to get them out in the open where we can shoot them. When we fish, we dropping down something that the fish won't. We dropping down a hook with something on it. And then the fish take the bait and we hook them. There ain't no part of hunting where we chase anything. We're not animals. It's funny how when I say somebody being alpha, well, ain't no alpha wolf. Even the man who made alpha wolves, he ain't even, well, that ain't the first time alpha was used, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. But as soon as it come chasing these broads, we're hunters. Okay, well, the only type of hunters that chase is animals. So you can be a beta male animal chasing women, but you can't be an alpha animal. Man, you niggas is crazy. I want y'all to understand something, dog. You cannot make a woman happy. A woman can't even make herself happy. Women are cursed. A woman cannot be happy. A woman can be so busy that she don't think about not being happy. That's why when you look at the Proverbs 31 woman, look at all of the things she did. She was up first in her household. She was taking care of her household. She was sewing things, creating garments to cover her family when it's cold. Let's look at that. Let's go to Proverbs 31 right now, man. If you don't want to do that, man, then bounce, because that's what we finna do here right now. We're going to Proverbs 31. Let's talk about the Proverbs 31 woman and just look at a few of the things that she did. Proverbs 31. First, let's go to Proverbs 31, verse 3. I want y'all to hear this. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. So if you drink wine or strong drink, you're a regular dude. Don't be talking about you a king. Man, we kings while y'all pouring up bottles. Nope. There's another way to it. Now, give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Alcohol is for people to wash away their troubles, dog. That's all it's for. If you blessed, you ain't got no business drinking. I don't celebrate my blessings with no alcohol. What we talking about? All right, so let's get into this. Verse 10, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he have no need of spoil. You know what that means? He can trust his wife. He don't have no need to go do nothing. He ain't got to put hands on nobody. He ain't got to take nothing from nobody. He ain't got to do nothing. His heart safely trusted in her. He don't have no need of spoil. Another thing is he ain't got to spoil her. He ain't got to worry about her leaving. He ain't got to try to buy her to stay. He don't have to worry about spoil. And either way you say it, she would do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night and giveth meat to her household. She prepares the food. But you remember back in the day when you were at your grandma's house, by the time you wake up to smelling breakfast? You remember that? Man, these bros ain't finna do that today. They're not finna do it today. Not these women. You got to go to another culture. I tell y'all about them cultures on Patreon, man. I got a Patreon video coming up for y'all, man, where I'm gonna talk about the top 10 places. I might do 20, but top 10 places in America to find virtuous women, places in the world to find virtuous women. All right, man. So I want y'all to understand, man. These are some of the things she does. So she rises and while it's still night and giving meat to her household and a portion to her maidens, which means her maids and all of that. She makes sure everybody's good. She considereth the field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands, she planteth a vineyard. She considers a field, she buys it. Now, if you got your own land, she ain't got to consider a field, but she's out there doing the planting. She girded her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms, which means she's always working. She ain't fat, she works out. She girded her loins with strength. Her loins, that's her midsection. That means she ain't got all that flub around her, man. The woman is sweet and petite, man. She good and petite. She's sweet and petite and a dainty little treat. You understand me? And her arms. So she working, dog. She work. If you in this society right here, she a woman that work out. Bro, you ain't got no business dealing with a woman that don't work out. You crazy. But now a lot of you women will do that. Now, she laid her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff, which means she's sewing things, she's spinning things. She stretches out her hand to the poor, yet she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. You know what that means? The woman ain't walking around scantily clad. She walking around royal. She walking around regal. She the type of woman that dress up in a way that make you say, oh my God, boy, I wish I had one of them he got. We ain't got that out here in this society, bro. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom. In her tongue is the law of kindness. Did we just hear wisdom and the law of kindness when that girl was rapping? No, man, we ain't hear that. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. You know what that mean? She ain't sitting around twiddling her thumb. She taking care of her household. She making sure everything is good. She making sure everybody is good. You ain't got to worry about nothing being wrong in the household. Every day you can come home and eat off your floor if you want to, but why eat off the floor when your wife just set the table and made this beautiful meal for you? Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praiseth her because she's such a good woman. He praiseth her. No embarrassment ever come from her. She ain't walking around with her butt out. She ain't walking around with her cleavage showing. She ain't walking around like a scallywag. She ain't walking around getting caught up in foolishness. She ain't walking around fighting and cussing people out and doing all of that. He praiseth her because she's wonderful. Favor. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Let her own works praise her in the gates. Which means you ain't got to be around here, man, trying to sell the people no dream about how wonderful she is. Everybody know how great this woman is, man. She shows it. She shows it all the time. Everybody who meets her saying, man, you got you a wonderful wife right there, man. Man, I tell you, man, I just, every woman who knows her, man, just loves her. They want to be like her. They flock to her. Man, listen, she like a young grandma. She may be 25 years old, and she got women in their 30s and 40s, man, trying to flock to her and get that energy that she got. I'm telling y'all, man, that's the only type of woman you make your wife. That's the only type of woman you make your wife. I don't care what other qualities she has. You benefit from those qualities if you can, but you do not put a woman who does not fit that description in the wife position in your life. How you going to work hard to become the man that you always wanted to be, put in all that work, and then give yourself over to a scallywag, man? Come on, brothers, let's be real. We know that's not what we're supposed to be doing, but let's get back into the show, man. All right, so this next clip, man, we're going to watch OG. He going to say something real quick and real slick. And then we're going to come back and chop it up out that.
A woman will f you over every time, every day. Shit. And I ain't lying, G. And they will. They will f you over every time, every day. If you ain't paying attention, G, they will tear your whole heart out.
If you ain't paying attention, dog, a woman will tear your whole heart out if you're not paying attention. Why you think so many guys get blindsided by divorce? Because they ain't paying attention to the woman. You worrying about these little petty things she doing. You looking at how she always looking, sexy for you. She always wearing some scantily clad, always got on some little bitty clothes, always looking. Bruh, keep your eyes on your broad. You got to know what kind of woman she is. I'm telling, bro, let me tell you something, man. Only time I trust a woman, dog, is when my eyes on her like this. When I blink, I don't trust her. When I open them, I do. That's how crafty a woman is. She could do something, man, conniving by the time you blink your eye, dog. And I want y'all to understand that we have to stop allowing ourselves to believe that women can be trusted. The first biblical story, Adam and Eve, dog, we saw that if a woman is out of your sight, then you don't have the might to control a woman when she out of your sight. You can't do it. She got to be a busy woman like the Proverbs 31 woman. But you know what it said? The majority of the time, that woman was at home, taking care of her home, right? That's why y'all, man, these guys be having wives talking, man, you got to stop being so insecure. My wife can go on a girl trip if she want to. Let the broad go then. But I'm gonna tell you like this: before she come back, somebody up her back, I can bet you that. I don't play these games, dog. It ain't no woman that's so valuable. I'm not finna get emotionally attached now one of these bras. So it ain't no point one finna start saying, okay, well, I said I wouldn't go for that, but I love her so much I am. Well, I said I didn't like that, but I love her so much I'm gonna let her do it. Well, that's one of the worst things ever. That's one of my pet peeves, but I love her, so I'm just gonna let her go ahead and do whatever she gotta do. Oh, wait a minute. Is she talking to another dude? Well, okay, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not even dealing with one of these women because I gotta treat them like the police. You know what I'm saying? Guys be talking about, man, I ain't worrying about what's in her phone. No, I ain't worrying about what's in her phone, man. If we just kicking it sometime, I don't care what's in her phone. But if my wife, man, listen, bro, I'm gonna be like the police with my old lady, man. She gonna have to prove herself on a daily basis. It's like being in prison. I'm gonna do a head count for her every day. Every day I'm gonna do a head count. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I'm gonna give her an assignment, man. She gonna have to do it. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be lost, bro. But my thing is this: I try not to be so set in this way because my wife is gonna be from another culture. My wife is from another culture. So I don't want to put the pressures of an American woman on a woman who's from a totally different culture, who was raised a different way, who doesn't know how to be this. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't even understand how these women are that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a beautiful woman that won't even wear anything that shows her shape. These women know here love to show their shape because they have nothing else. They don't have anything else. All they have is their body. They have nothing to offer you. Nothing. That's why, man, I don't even require, man, the women I deal with dog, here in America, man, they ain't got to clean out my crib. I know they ain't worth it. I don't even expect nothing from them like that. You know what I'm saying? What I expect from them, man, is something that's going to benefit the process of my progress. Other than that, no, you ain't. I ain't trying to rely on you to clean up and then like that. I don't want you to think that that's something you could do part time. You know what I'm saying? I got somebody who come do it part-time. She my cleaning lady. I pay her when she comes. That's it. If somebody gonna do it part-time like that, it's gonna be business. You doing it part-time don't get you no leeway in my life because technically speaking, you get more than she get. You get to get my time, you get to get my wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and you also get to get your back blown with the Savage Pack. That's just how it is. Cause I ain't never made love to a woman, dog. I don't make love. I let her think she making love. You know what I'm saying? But fuck around me, making love hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of playing with your pleasure. You know, it ain't gonna be enough pain to turn you off, but a little bit of playing with your pleasure, making love to me hurt. It don't feel like making love to nobody else, but that's enough of that. I ain't gonna get into no story, man. About how I put my wood down. But I just want y'all to understand, man. You have to keep your eyes on your bra, not just for her actions, but for her energy. For her energy. If I tell a woman to do something, dog, and she does it like it's a problem for her, it don't matter that she did it. It's that she didn't want to do it. And so it'll be a long time before I pose that to her again. I'm just waiting for her to say, hey, you ain't asked me to do this in a long time. Be like, no, I don't need you to do it. You know what happens then? Oh, you got somebody else to do it? I say, yeah. I got somebody to do it who enjoy doing it. And then that's it. We ain't finna have no discussion. It ain't finna be no, well, no, I ain't saying I ain't enjoy doing it. I'm like, look, that's it. We ain't gonna talk about it no more. I'm done talking about that. Now, if you want to keep talking about it, you go home and you call me from home or text me and we'll talk about it. We'll have a textersation. That's it. Once I say what I'm saying, you don't get a chance to defend yourself. Your chance to defend yourself is when I told you to do it and you acted like you didn't want to do it. I don't play no game with these women, bro. I don't even play PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Never have. Never owned one. Never even owned a controller. I don't play games. You know what I mean? If I play games, I will. You know what? I ain't gonna say I don't play games. Cause I sit down. I sit down for a good card game, man. A good game of Monopoly, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the chess finally. Yeah, I do that. But those are. I don't even think chess is a game. You know what I'm saying? Chess is different. It's not a game. But you know what I'm saying? Like I do not play games with these bras, man. I ain't got time for it, man. Because the games I play, they don't even understand the rules of it. And so it ain't worth me playing it, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck because I don't have time to waste, and you don't either. That's why these guys who be marrying these women, dog, man, what in the hell is wrong with you guys? Why are you still legally marrying women in America? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you gotta be slow to still be legally marrying women in America. It don't matter how great things are in the beginning, because when they go bad, that's your ass. I'm telling you, they're gonna go bad. They're gonna go bad. At some point, that woman is going to want to be free. And when she goes free, it ain't gonna be free for you. You got to pay her to be free? Come on, man. I ain't put myself in no situation, man, where I got to pay to leave it. Then battle in court. Now, if I got to pay to leave it and I can just say, okay, here go this money, I'm gone. You go away now. No, you got to battle in court to pay her to leave. Come on, man. I ain't got time for that. But let's get back into this thing, man. All right, this next clip that we're going to watch. We're going to watch Corey Holcomb talk about the process of a woman leaving. And this going to hurt some guys, because I promise you this. Let's just watch it. It's going to hurt a little bit. Peep game.
I expect to have another nigga set up before she tell me, fuck you, nigga. The bitches lie and say, no, I hadn't seen him yet. You a fucking lie, bitch. You know who you are. I know who you are. And if you think I don't know who you are, then play the game. I got to replace you immediately, because this is how I stack the chips up. Never starting from scratch. When a bitch leave, hello, you ready? I got that spot open for you now. You get to move up. And if you ain't living your life like that, you living your life autistic, because bitches ain't shit. They're going to lie to you about who they are. They're going to misrepresent about who they are. They're not going to show you loyalty, because if you fucking them, they supposed to be loyal to you. But these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes get Chris Brown $1,000 for a picture.
Man, let me tell y'all something. C-Hulk will be dropping gems, man. A lot of people, man, they say bad things about him. They don't like him, man. But C-Hulk gonna be dropping gems. Man, let me tell y'all something. She ain't gonna leave unless there's an ace up her sleeve. She will never leave and go to nobody. She might not even stay with the dude, but she's never leaving to go to nobody. They never do. Only we leave to go to nobody. That's it. You a man, you in love with a woman, she start acting crazy. We're the only ones who leave to go to nobody. She always got an ace in the deck. She always got a car. Listen, even if she gonna stay with you, if things get bad enough, she got a male friend or male best friend or a cousin, a play cousin, or maybe sometime a real cousin. You don't know how they get down. Or one of her friends that you already think, kind of tomboyish. She already got somebody in waiting for her, brother. A lot of time you see these women, they be in a relationship, but then they leave and they go be with a woman. Man, they've been cool with that woman for a long time. They probably work with her. They probably be hanging out together sometime, man. They probably already got pretty close to going over the line, man. And she called herself, man, didn't know if she wanted to go. Not because she was loyal to you, because she was just kind of paranoid about going across that line. But man, as soon as she out of the relationship, dog, she gone into it, man. Women do not leave. If a woman can't leave you alone and then suddenly she can, it's cause, man, somebody else, man, smashing her, dog. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I've been the smasher. I've been the guy who a woman coming out of a relationship, man, probably, just kind of trying to get over dude, man, and then come link over me, man, and I start blowing her back, man, and then she get up power to not even talk to the guy no more. Why? Because now she has some energy she can latch on to. That's all they do, dog. They latch on to energy. And that's why a woman who latches on to your energy like that, man, who fresh out of a relationship like that, and I don't mean like she fresh out of a relationship, man, like she done moved out and moved in with me or no shit like that. I'm talking about she been out of a relationship, man, a month or two. For less than 6 months, she been out of a relationship. Because, when a relationship first end, unless it's super, super toxic and the woman trying to flee the man because he's dangerous, man, they end up still dibbling, dabbling back and forth, man, and meeting up and trying to see if they're going to work it out. Or then they both just be like, man, I got to, I ain't got no new person to smash yet, so we just keep linking up. Man, you can't latch on to me. You can't latch on to me. You can't do it. I'm not gonna let you latch on to me. You know what I mean? And now I'm to the point, man, where I'm not even gonna smash you. Man, bro, I'm to the point, man, where I am this close. This close. Y'all can't see that, can you? You can't even see through that, can it? This close to being absolutely done with American women, dog. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm that close. You know what I mean? Honestly, bro, I'm really just done, dog. I'm done. I don't want to meet no new American women, dog. I don't want to. Now I don't want to date no new American women, dog. I don't want to smash no new American women, dog. The energy just so bad. They're just not feminine. You know what I mean? They're just not feminine. And for me, man, for my masculine energy, man, the least a woman can do is match me with some femininity. If she gonna get my masculinity, man, she need to bring me some femininity. And I don't mean, trying to walk dainty and talk dainty and curl. I'm talking about, man, full-fledged feminine energy. And I don't mean that fake femininity that she put on when she come visit you. I'm talking about that femininity that don't change. True femininity doesn't change, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, you meet some of these women from other culture, man, they be going through it. I'm talking about family be getting on them. And man, they be doing, listen, bro, they will not flash out. They just won't, they won't crash out. They'll just stay away from the people, but they won't crash out. They don't crash out. They don't go off. They don't fight. They ain't gonna do none of that. Not in those situations. Now, if it comes to defending their love, defending their family against somebody else, or defending yes, they'll do something. But under normal circumstances, dog, it has to be a matter of life and death for them to crash out. Man, these women over here crash out about anything. When the chick was rapping, when the Luciana chick was rapping, Dwight Howard ex-wife, man, when she was rapping, she was crashing out. That whole verse was a crash out. Bro, I do not have time for that. I don't want that type of energy in my life. You know what I mean? Because the bottom line is you can't trust these women to just be feminine because they don't want to be feminine. To them, femininity is weak, masculinity is strong. So to them, there is no strength in femininity. They would rather just be masculine. And I'm not dealing with no masculine woman, dog. I'm just not doing it. And then the ones who aren't just masculine, just masculine energy, they're the ones who can't control their lust, or they're the ones who don't have any of the characteristics and qualities in Proverbs 31. They just here. They ain't masculine, but they don't have none of those qualities of a wife, but they just weak. You know what I mean? Man, the pickings here are slim. If we talking about smashing, you can find something that look good, man, to play with. But bro, if you're talking about, man, just having feminine energy around you, you're not gonna find that in America, dog. It's not here anymore. So let's get into the next clip, man. Next clip, man, we're gonna listen to Chief Keef talk about how you don't break bread with a broad for sex or company. Y'all check it out.
What's the budget on a chick, man? They gonna ask me this.
Well, I need words of wisdom.
What's the
Grandma's
budget
great.
on a chick? Think I'm paying? You know what I'm saying?
No. You showed me zero.
This shit is. I ain't gonna be paying this for no sex, no time, no nothing. You feel me? You don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As you know, that's how I am though.
No, I'm the same way.
So, like I said,
My boy's a spender right here. I'm telling you, he's a spender.
I mean, that's him though.
fam.
That's him, man. Hey, man.
Does he gotta tone it back? Because he be
I ain't gonna lie,
buying.
no, when your go broke, man. When I win, but like, if you go broke,
I'm gonna regret that.
but now if you call, nah, they gonna be on to the next, man. So the next that's buying them burgers and AP.
Now, how do you lock him down?
50,000.
Now, the first thing I want to discuss is the last question the kid asked him. How do you lock them down? That's the problem. You're too busy trying to lock them down. You can't lock down a wild animal unless you're going to tranquilize it first. You can't do it. When they want to tag lions and tag cougars and tag bears and all of that, man, they got to hit them with a tranquilizer first. They got to hit them with a dart, tranquilize them, put them to sleep. Then they tag them. And then they put them somewhere and then they let them wake up. You know what I mean? I just want y'all to understand the world we live in, These women can't be tamed. Why are you trying to lock them down? They don't want to be locked down. You lock them down, they're going to tear the cage up. Marriage is a cage. What do women in society do in that cage? They tear the cage up. They figure out a way to get through them bar. Man, listen, they'll tear the skin off themselves to get out of that cage. They trying to get out of that cage. They don't care anything about their spirituality. They will destroy themselves spiritually to get out of that cage. That's why the divorce rate is so high, because these women do not want to be caged in a marriage. They want to get in there long enough for you to believe they're tame. And then they'll show you that they still as wild as they ever been and divorce you after 6 months and try to get alimony, try to get their court costs paid, and try to split all the properties and all of that. Man, these women looking for a bag. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't trust now one of them enough to do anything. It ain't even about trust. I just ain't finna trick off on no broad. I ain't finna do it. If that what you do, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We can talk like every man got to trick off. Nope, every man ain't got to trick off. Every man ain't got to trick off. Now, if you got a fly enough lifestyle for the woman that you want, she'll just come kick it with you. Man, these women don't want no money. They just want to live a lifestyle. If you don't have the lifestyle, then they want the money. Women who want bags and shoes and all of that, man, those women ain't on no upper level. If you're a man and you got paper and you're dealing with women who want bags and want shoes, you ain't got enough paper. When we talking about getting up into the upper echelon of millionaires, those women already got their own bags. Those women already got their own shoes. Those women try to come to the party. They're trying to look the part to be able to get into the party, to be able to get into the function, to be able to get onto the yacht, to be able to get into the Bentley, to be able to get into, they trying to look, they trying to have a certain look. So if you around here dealing with raggedy women, man, you paying them and all that, bro, let me tell you something, man. Y'all meeting women, man, and meeting a man and taking over their bills. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bruh. Ain't nobody talking about doing that, man, but what that y'all the only one, man, trying to make it seem like that shit makes sense. It don't make sense to live your life that way, dog. Provision is wife rights. That's the rights of a wife. You make a woman your wife, you provide. Man, you slide on a woman, man, and then you gonna leave with some, man, come on, man. I heard Boosie just said, man, and Boosie the homie. I just heard Boosie just say something wrong with you if you don't give that woman some money and she just gave her body to you. Come on, bruh. That's like me saying, okay, man, you need to give me brand new prices for the old used beat up car I got. Pay me the Bentley price for the old 1979 Trans Am with no motor in it. No, man, you ain't gonna do that. That's like saying all women are the same. That's like saying, man, come on, bruh, it don't make sense. It's too many dudes out here that's led by their lust. And they are making women believe that they have value because a man who's led by his lust is willing to pay her a nice fee just to lay with her. He's willing to pay to lay. And depending on how she play, he'll pay a little bit more. But she believes it because of her value. No, it's because she's the type of woman that can be paid to play. There are many men out here that are tricks. They're just looking for a woman who will accept some money for her body. And a lot of these women will. And the ones who really do it to the highest level, they meet a man like Dwight Howard, marry him, and then take him down through there. Just like this chick doing him now. Just like she doing him now. It don't make sense, man, for guys to be out here living their lives this way, man. It's a crazy world. And I want y'all to understand something, man. Something that we don't talk about a lot is that women in this society, they know they don't deserve the things they ask for. But they also know that enough men are big enough simps that they'll do it anyway. They'll do it anyway. They'll just pay. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all be paying for women, man, they ain't even the best sex. How you paying a woman for sex and it ain't even the best you ever had? Ain't even close to it. It's trash. And you still paying. Now you done wifed her up. Now you done wifed up the woman who, come on, bro. It don't make sense, man. You know what I'm saying? And any woman who doesn't want to sign a prenuptial agreement, man, she with you strictly for the bag. It ain't got no thing to do with trust. Well, you don't trust me. Hell no, I don't trust you. Trust you for what? What have you done in my life to earn my trust? Hell, you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why you walking around with a morning after pill in your purse, because you don't trust yourself. You don't have the wherewithal to even protect yourself. So you not in the moment. You got to protect yourself afterwards. You got to hope that you can protect yourself from the self that wasn't protected. You know what I mean? Man, bro, this is not the way we're supposed to be living. And I want y'all to understand that, man. I want y'all to understand that. You know, I'm telling you, you must remember, dog, that a woman who is with you for the bag, that's all she wants from you. And once she get access to the bag, she don't want to stay with you and get the bag. She want to leave you and take some of the bag with her because she never wanted to be with you in the first place. She never wanted to be with you in the first place. That's why, man, you got to vet women from top. You got to vet a woman for her willingness to dedicate herself to you. You know what I'm saying? You got to vet a woman. They tell my man, vet a woman this way. Man, that ain't vetting a woman. That's foolishness. You vet a woman, man, for her ability and willingness, man, to break bread. That's what you do. They claim they getting all the, hold up. How women getting all the money? They got all the degrees. When they always bragging about how they make more money than men. Well, break bread then. If you make more money, break bread. That's my motto. You making all that paper, you want to be with me, break bread. If you ain't breaking no bread, I'm fine. I don't need you. I can control my lust. You know what I'm saying? And at the time I can't, there's always somebody I can smash. We just talking about that. See, the difference between us and them is we're men. We could smash a woman, dog, and not have no ties to it. We can smash a woman, bruh, and just every time we see her, that's all we do. We ain't got to be tied to her. We ain't got to develop no feelings or nothing. So it ain't never a point, dog, one for let a woman be in my life, dog, for any extended period of time, and she don't break no bread, dog. It just ain't gonna happen. And I'm to the point now, man, for no period of time. Just go on break bread. You know what I'm saying? Just go on break bread, baby girl. Go on give me what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it to me. You making all that money. You got all these degrees. You got all that. Break bread, baby. Give it to me. Get my paper. Don't play no game with me. You say you got it? Let me see. Make me a believer. Make me a believer you're an overachiever, baby. Do it for me. And that's my motto, dog. I'm like, man, what else are we doing? You know, what else are we doing, man? Because women will use you. Her intent is to use you until she sees she can't. And respect comes from meeting the man who she can't use. That's where it comes. She ain't got to like me. She ain't got to stay with me. But if she meet me, she going to realize, oh, that's a man I got to respect right there. He ain't no sucker. He ain't no simp. And that's the thing, bro. And Weez just said something amazing, man. I just saw this. Y'all people game on Weez come in. If she can't sacrifice her comfort for the stability of a home on a consistent basis, she's not the one, fellas. It's the same thing with a woman, man, who, you know, man, bro, you'll be amazed, man. You'll be amazed at how many times you go to a woman's crib and it look real clean, and she cleaned up because she knew you were coming. It don't be clean like that. She cleaned up because she knew you were coming. Y'all planned this all week. She knew you were coming Friday. You understand? She off Thursday. She spent all day Thursday cleaning up. You go in there, man, smell good, man. She got candles burning, man. It smell. You like, man, this girl here got a clean crib. Until you move in your shit and realize, man, she don't pick up nothing. Ever. But now you stuck with her because you let her move in. She did that intentionally. I'm telling you, man, a woman will deceive you into believing whatever she needs you to believe so she can achieve whatever she's destined to achieve. Y'all got to stop acting like you don't know that. Accept that. It's the truth, man. Accept that truth. All right, let's get into the next clip, man. Next clip, we're going to watch a woman is going to admit that if you got paper, you got to understand that's your power over a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's your power over a woman. Get your paper up. Not so you can pay the bra. You can be a simp if you want to and pay the bra, but if you got paper and you got true charisma and true self-confidence, come on, bro. You ain't got to break no bread with these bras, man. Let's get back into it, man.
Girls, it's time for you to start being so for real. You will never outmaneuver, outtalk, outmanipulate a rich, successful older man. It's never gonna happen. You will never outsmart a powerful man. Whatever fantasies they sell you about dressing and speaking and acting a certain type of way so that you can get the results that you want out of a rich man are just that. They're fantasies, nothing else. Because in reality, they can smell that a mile away. They can see when you're lying, when you're scheming, when you're trying to act like you're somebody you're not. Do you think they got all that money by being stupid and not being able to be socially aware and read people? Don't delude yourself. You will not outmanipulate him.
Now I'm telling you, I remember I used the word manipulate, man, and I remember a funny style dude, man. He was like, man, you I don't manipulate. I ain't even respond to it, dog. Cause honestly, bro, I'm like this. If you beneath me, I'm not interested in having a conversation with you. I'm not interested in responding to what you say if you're beneath me. You know what I mean? Unless you're way beneath me. You know what I'm saying? But if you beneath me and you're trying to, it's different if you're beneath me and you're trying to use me as a come up because you want me to respond. Sometime I'll throw a dog a bone. Sometime I will. But if you actually believe that you're on my level for real, and when you say something dumb, I'm not responding to that stupid. You know what I'm saying? So when I say something about manipulation and a man say, man, manipulation is not a good thing and blah, 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 I don't even respond. I don't respond to stupidity. You got to say something smart, something wise for me to respond to it. Man, manipulation is what this world is based on. What you mean? That's what it's based on. Listen, if you're a content creator and you're trying to up your views, you're trying to manipulate the algorithm. You're trying to manipulate your content into a way that makes it receivable to the people. All this is about manipulation. If I change cameras, that's manipulating my view. If I change mics, that's manipulating my sound. I ain't buy this mic because I bought this mic because I thought it would manipulate my sound in a way that makes me sound phenomenal. And so far, so good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy this Tascam Mixcast 4 because I thought, oh man, I'm a gearhead. I need that. No, I bought it because I thought it would combined with this mic. I thought it would make my sound phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay for this Ecamm Live program because I think Ecamm Live. Oh, I like the name of that. Nope, I buy it because there's a button over here where I can just do this whenever I'm spinning that fire. I can do that. And for me, that's great. If I want to play a song, I just go over here, I just say, hey. There it is. I just want y'all to understand that, like that woman said, manipulation is manipulation, dog. That's what human interaction is about. Especially business, and relationships are business first. Think about that. Relationships in the modern world are business first. Everybody's trying to see what their angle is. So as a man, your angle has to be consistent. So that's why I never discuss how to get women, because I don't want you to focus on how to get women. There's guys out there that can tell you the dumb shit they say on how to get women. I don't tell you how to get women. I can tell you how to deal with the woman that when you got her, but I don't tell you how to get women, because you don't have to get women if you become the most alpha version of yourself. Women see that. They see it. Now, if you're genetically gifted, I mean, if you 6'9", 6'10", that's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a physical superiority over women that they flock to. But not every man that's that tall is gonna get women. You also got to have charisma. You got to have confidence with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about confidence. So it's about building yourself into the best version of yourself. Now, when you become that version, come on, bruh. You the done whenever a woman is in front of you. You the done. When you build yourself up to that, you got to remember you're what every woman desires. And you gotta walk around like that. You gotta present yourself to the world like that. When it come to women, dog, I ain't never met a woman, man, who I didn't think, man, that I was above, and not in a condescending way, baby. I'm that man that you looking for. I'm the one that you dreamt about. You remember you was a little girl and you were having dreams about your life in the future, and you saw you with your husband, but you couldn't see his face? It was my face, baby. It was me. You were just too young to see it because you were too young to be fantasizing about me. But it's me. I'm that man. I'm the man of your dreams. That's my motto. If a woman don't think so, she ain't, I don't care. I'm telling you what I believe. I'm telling you where I stand. What a woman think about it ain't gonna change me, because when you elevate yourself to the most alpha version of yourself, you have a superiority complex over women, dog. And you should have that. That's why you don't give your strength to women, bruh. If you give your strength to women, she has the strength of a man. She don't know what to do with that. She don't know what to do with it. A woman, if you marry a woman and you give her strength and control in the situation, bruh, she's gonna go be with another man. She's gonna go be with another man. Because she's going to flock to masculine energy because you've given her yours. And then you know what's going to happen? A woman who has masculine energy is confused. You look at a woman that walk around, man, and, you know, she dressed like she a dude, and she like girls, but there's a dude that she want to smash. And sometimes they do. Sometimes the girl dressed like boys, man, there's somebody, man, be knocking the knobs off of them, dog. And that's just how it is. Let me tell you something. It's nothing wrong with a woman wanting you for money. Nothing wrong with that. It's a natural inclination for a woman to want a man who's in a position to provide. That don't mean you got to pay her, though. Yes, you need to have the front and flash, especially you're in a big city like Miami, LA, New York, Atlanta, Houston, even Dallas. You're in a city like that, Vegas. You're in a city like that, man, yeah. It helps to have paper, but just for the front and flash, not so you can cake these bras. A man who got paper, man, should never be manipulated by a woman like Dwight Howard was. You got all the power. That woman gonna be with you whether you marry her or not. There ain't no woman saying, yeah, you got all that money, you got all that power, you know, you in good shape, you got some fame, notoriety, but in order for you to be with me, you gotta marry me. Ain't no woman finna tell you that. A woman is not finna tell you that. And the woman who would tell you that probably ain't trying to marry an athlete, especially one with all them kids Dwight Howard got. So I just want you to understand, just remember you have the power when it comes to dealing with these women. Don't ever think you don't. All right, man, so this next clip, we're going to watch a clip. We're going to watch Tory Lanez tell you the number one rule when it comes to dealing with these brawls of today. And this is probably what got him jammed up with Megan. Y'all peep game.
All people who've been in a relationship can relate to this in some sort of way. I feel like I have a problem with trying to fix people. And then I end up in some toxic shit, like for trying to fix this person, like, you know what I'm saying? Or trying to be with a person that it's like, you know what? I know that they just don't get it because someone never really told them the right way. I'm one of those people. And then I realized, yo, I'm in some wild shit.
Man, stop trying to be a superhero for these bras. Stop trying to save these women. You know, you meet a woman and she in bad shape because of decisions she made in her life, man, stop trying to save her. That's how you end up with a single mom of 3, because you trying to save a bra, man. You trying to save her from her trouble. You let her convince you that this ain't no issue in her life, that she good, she straight. No, she ain't. You ain't gonna find a single mom of 3 nowhere, man, that's in great shape physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. That's what great shape is. You can't be in great shape financially, but then be thinking about ending it all. That's not being in great shape. So you ask yourself, what are you doing around here? Why are you trying to save these, bro? Man, bro, how come you, well, you know, my daddy did this, and, you know, my mama did this, and, you know, and you know, my ex did this, and, you know, and I ain't got this, and I need this, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying don't help people. That's not saving somebody. Helping somebody ain't saving them. Taking them out of their misery and putting their misery into your life, that's saving somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't instantly go out of taker mode just because you put them in a position where they don't need anything anymore. The best way to get out of taker mode is to elevate through life slowly. So you can elevate from being a taker to having a little bit, to having a little bit more, to having a little bit more, to having a lot. And then you ease into the role of not being a taker. But if you take somebody, man, that's needy and greedy and you take and seedy and you put them in a situation in your life, man, all they're going to do is be a taker. You can't afford it, man. You can't afford, man, if you add somebody else mess to your life, dog, you nuts. You nuts. It just doesn't make sense. None of us should be willing to do that. So anytime you try to save someone, they're only ready to trauma bond. They don't want to be saved. The first inclination of somebody that's dealing with trauma, they want to trauma bond with someone. The first thing they want to do is be understood. Because people who are dealing with trauma, they think nobody understands. Because everybody's saying the same thing. Because they don't understand everybody's been through something. Until you accept that everybody's been through something, you believe you're the only one. And so the first thing you need is to bond with someone who's experiencing what you're experiencing right now so you can know someone understands. And that's how trauma bonding happens. That's why you can't add somebody to your life that's dealing with trauma. Somebody that's dealing with drama. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't do it, bruh. It's going to destroy your life. It's going to put you in a bad situation. You can't do it, man. And that's just the reality of it. All right, man. So this next clip, man, we're going to look at, man, where we're going to discuss how marriage empowers her to put her in a superior position. And there's nothing you can do about it. Now, what we're looking at in this clip, all of these guys are out in the produce section with their wives. Their wife is putting produce in a bag. These guys are sneaking one of the same pieces of produce she just put in the bag out and showing it to her as a possibility to get a good one. She look at the same piece she just put in the bag when it's from him, look at it, turn her nose up, and put it back. All of them do it. Watch this. Bro, that's the one she just put in the bag. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, man. Listen, if this type of thing y'all be dealing with, man, when y'all married, bro, let me tell y'all something, man. This is crazy, bro. It don't even make sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? You take me, you catch me at the grocery store with my bra. Everything she's picking up, she's showing it to me to make sure I approve of it. Because she's picking this stuff for me, not her. You see a bunch of selfish women, they're in the store picking the stuff for themselves. So if I pick up one and say, and give it to her, she ain't gonna even look at it, she gonna put it right in the bag. She ain't gonna even think about it. This is what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? But technically speaking, for me, I ain't trying to go to the grocery store with my old lady, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, we out somewhere and we stopping on our way home, that's different. But like if it come to like waking up, going to the man, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. But women are adversarial to men in this society. They want to oppose you. They want to be combative. They want to be adversarial. They want to do all of those things. And when you see something like this is the type of thing a man overlooks. These guys think it's funny. It's not funny. For me, at that point, I'm like, man, I'm looking at her differently. I'm looking at her differently, and I'm preparing my exit strategy. Because now I realize I have a woman who's just against me for the sake of being against me. Just condescending for the sake of being condescending. But this only happens when you're legally married. It don't happen to me because I'm not legally married. A woman don't get a chance to say, oh, I got him. I ain't got to put in no more work. I got him. Whatever I want is on. I got him. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I got him. I'm in here. We locked in. Nope, it ain't gonna never be that. We ain't gonna never be locked in legally. We ain't gonna never be locked in to the point where she can get so comfortable. She ain't got to put in work. She ain't got to focus. She ain't got to be dedicated. She ain't got to be loyal. She ain't got to remember I'm royal. She ain't got to remember, bro, I ain't putting a woman in that position for nothing. It don't matter where I go in this world. I'm not legally marrying no woman. I'm not putting, it don't matter what country, what culture it is. I'm not legally marrying no woman nowhere in the world. You understand what I'm saying? But I'd rather go somewhere where I have a record of paying a dowry, so her family and the community accepts that this is my wife. But they ain't worrying about no legal marriage or no a freaking marriage license and all of that. And they ain't worrying about none of that. And here's the deal: I'm a man of God. I'm going to honor the word of God. The word of God says, if you find a wife and you find no pleasure in her, then you give her a bill of divorcement, but you don't let her leave empty-handed. I'm not going to let her leave empty-handed. You understand? I'm going to send her on her way with more than what she came with. I'm going to do that for her. And that's all I can do. But the goal is to not send her on her way. The goal is to she be the one. And then as I add the second wife, third wife, and all of that, that's how this thing is supposed to go. We're not supposed to be here in a society where you got to be stuck with one low-level, low-quality wife who ain't going to never measure up in no kind of way because she don't want to. She think y'all partners. She think y'all 50-50 partner. Now, she want 50% of the control, 50% of the power, 50% of the authority, but she don't want to pay 50% of the bills. And that is some foolishness, bro. I don't even understand how guys wrap their mind around that concept. I'm going to give her 50% of the power, 50% of the control, 50% of everything, and then 50% of the authority, 50% of the decision-making, but then I'm going to pay all the bills. No, if I pay the cost to be the boss, baby, I'm the boss. I pay the cost to be the boss of my life now. How am I add you to my life and I still keep paying the cost to be the boss, but you got some power? Nope. Nope. You're gonna remember your husband is like your daddy. You understand? You left your dad's house, you come your husband. Your husband is a daddy to a grown woman. That's what I say. And if a woman don't accept that, if she can't go with that, bro, I don't care. I'm not gonna compromise it. I don't care enough about the situation to compromise it because women outnumber men by a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only man she gonna find like me. She can get another man, but not like me. I can replace her like it's nothing. Just to be honest with you. And that's not saying she's bad. I'm just saying if she's a good woman, there's other good women on her level. You know what I'm saying? You go to another culture, man, for every good woman you find, there's another one. Maybe a better one. So even when you get outside of the United States, man, you get to these patriarchal culture where women are raised to understand that they're inferior, then you got to understand that in those scenarios, even those women, you're going to find one as good as her or better. You're always going to find a woman as good as the one you're looking at or better, or the one you have is better. And so it's up to a woman to understand that and understand that she's in competition. You're not in competition. She's in competition. Now, in America, when we just talk about dating, everybody just dating to sleep around, that's a different ball game. But I don't play this dating game in America. I don't want to. I don't want anything. I don't want what's out there. So let's get into the next clip, man. Next clip, man, we're going to watch Peter Gunn's baby mama, Amina Butterfly, from Love and Hip Hop back in the day, man. I Love and Hip Hop in New York, I think it was. And we're going to watch her, man. She's now homeless. She fell off in America, which I'm going to be honest with you, brother. I'm not even knocking her for this. A lot of people are falling off in America. America was already the most expensive place to live, and it's getting even worse now. So she ended up having to take her kids, man, and go back home to Germany with her family. Let's check it out.
Day one, waking up in Germany after losing our home in LA. Me and my kids moved out of place, put our stuff in storage, or most of it in the trash, but some of it in the storage. And we don't have a home, y'all. But guess what? Thank God for family, because we're in Germany with my family, and we're going to be here till I figure it out, because I will, as I always do. But the last couple of years have been so rough, working my butt off, not making enough money, end up losing my place. And now we're staying with family until I know what I can figure out what's next.
Let me tell y'all something. Here's a single mom with 2 kids trying to live in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is absolutely one of, if not the most expensive places to live. California is so expensive to live. LA County is so expensive, and it's not even the most expensive county in California. But compared to the rest of the world, especially in the South, man, it is so. That woman should have been in Atlanta. She should have been in Texas or somewhere. Even rich people are moving out of California. And she's still trying to maintain in California because a woman doesn't know how to downgrade. She'll just keep going until the wheels fall off. And then she got to get the whole thing put on the back of a record and go straight to the junkyard with it. She don't understand that. She should have been left LA. There's no reason for a single mom of 2 to be trying to make it in LA. Even if she's got paper, she shouldn't be trying to make it in LA. You got to have the type of paper in LA where you can buy. If you're not rich enough to buy in LA County, you shouldn't even be living out there, to be honest with you. I mean, unless you got some, say you work for the Department of Defense or something, you got some benefits that cover everything, that cover housing, that do all that. Yeah, if you got one of those situations, that's different. But if that situation ends, man, you have got to understand that it don't make sense for a single mom to be trying to do that.
And don't ask me what that is, because everybody's like, so what's the plan? I have no idea. I needed to freaking clear my head so I can come up with a plan. And all I know is we're happy, we're healthy, we're powerful, we're capable, and there's so much opportunity out there. And sometimes losing something is only taking you to the next place that you're meant to be. So see what life has got in store for us. No, but seriously, I threw my whole life in the trash. 80% of what we own, and I didn't own anything valuable anyway to begin with, but
so she was out there struggling. She should have came home before she just lost everything. She should have worked, saved some money, and came home so she could have done some different thing, had a plan, dog. If you crash all the way out to rock bottom, you have no plan because all the brain power you could have used for a plan, you burnt it out on your way down in the crash. Like, once the plane crashes, it's too late to open the parachute. If you see the plane going down, at a certain point, you realize, man, you're not going to be able to recover it. You put on your parachute and jump out the plane. You know what I'm saying? But a woman doesn't have a rescue plan. She doesn't have an escape plan from her life. That's why a woman relies on a man to have an escape plan. So if you add a woman to your life, you got an escape plan, she has an escape plan. She ain't got to worry about it. Things start going a certain way, baby. We got to downgrade. Ain't nothing wrong with downgrade. You just got to have a woman who's willing to be anywhere with you. Like if you living in a mansion and then suddenly you got to downgrade to like a mini mansion, or you got to downgrade to a regular 5-bedroom, 3-bath house, man, you got to have a woman, man, that don't care. That'll live in a box with you. And it's better to have a 5 or a 6 that'll live in a box with you than it is to have the baddest chick on the planet who is waiting to bail as soon as you fall off. That's what you got to understand, bro. Yeah. I believe that, Jonathan Smith. I believe that, bro. You got to have a strategy, not just money here. Man, listen. And that's what killed people out, man, the taxation, man. You know what I'm saying? But I say this, a single mom like her, dog, man, she don't have no ties out there. She was still trying to hold on to whatever singing career or acting career she thought she was going to have, man. But when last time you saw her in something? Man, she should have been in Texas. In Texas, there's no personal income tax or corporate tax. So that's where she should have gone. I would suggest anybody, man, like if you like even what Jay Smith was saying, you starting a business, man, and you willing to do all that hustling and grinding, man, I would leave that joint, man, and I would be in Texas. You know what I'm saying? No personal income tax. You know what I'm saying? No personal state income tax. There's no personal state income tax. Of course, you got to pay federal tax, but if you cannot pay state income tax and then not have a corporate tax for your business, man, bruh, that sounds like a come up. You know what I'm saying? And that's something else. Didn't say anything about their dad. Because let me tell you something. A woman would rather stand her guard and say, well, I don't need you, than to call you and say, I need you. I'm sorry I said that, but I do. this is a situation. She rather just, I'm telling you, women will crash out. And that's the thing. If you let a woman into your life and tie yourself to her and she's a crash out, she gonna crash both of y'all out. That's why this woman went to divorce in 6 months and said, hey, I want everything. In 6 months, this woman, bro, she didn't even last a year with Dwight Howard. 6 months, she want half of everything this man has. She want alimony and she want this man property. His property, not her property. She ain't got no money. But, man, that's how it ends up. Now, this same woman, if somebody would have wiped her up, he'd had hell trying to get her to leave. Because California is where she want to be. But she ain't strike oil like Jed. Jed Clampett struck oil. They said California is the place you ought to be, so he loaded up the truck and he moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools, movie stars. But this wasn't her. She ain't strike oil. She was a former reality TV show star that had a halfway decent singing career music career based on that reality show. But that was years ago. I think that was the first year of Love and Hip Hop, dog. You know how long ago that's been? That's real, bro. So, let's get back into this thing, man.
Feels very good to not have much, but have what's important, which is love. I've never been materialistic anyway.
Now, I guarantee you, if a man said, babe, I ain't got no money, but I got love, she wouldn't have felt that way then. Now, when she's reduced down to having nothing but love, she realizes that love is something. Love it. It's a little bit of something. But let's finish. It ain't gonna pay no bills. It's a little bit of something.
And I only want what's valuable to me. Stay tuned for what's next.
Stay tuned for what's next. What's next is understanding that at this point, you got to start over. You got to start over. Yeah, it's good to be able to go recover. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro, I'm glad that she got family, man, to go and recover, because I would have hated to hear the story that Amina Butterfly is out on Skid Row in Los Angeles down there, man, living in a tent. I would have hated to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And not that I know her personally, but I know of her. And man, Skid Row is bad, dog. There's a guy I know, man. He travel around, man, and look and record that type of stuff, man. And man, Skid Row is bad, bro. It's huge, man. It's a huge tent city around there, man. It's bad, dog. There's organizations that go down, man, and bring them food and all of that, man. But it's bad, dog. And just to think, man, that people go out there, man, to that California, man. California is a land of sharks, dog. It's a land of sharks, man. People out there trying to get it. And her having 2 children, being single, a single mom of 2 cannot make it in California unless she's plugged in with a phenomenal career. If she's not plugged in with a phenomenal career, man, she can't make it. She can't make it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, who knows where these kids had to live, how they had to struggle, man, how many times the lights was off, all of that, bro. I tell people all the time, man, people say, man, once you get a match, man, once you build a big, pretty house, man, I'm like, for what, dog? It's just me right now. You know what I'm saying? In my everyday, it's just me, man. You know what I'm saying? I give my boy some time, man, but for me, dog, he little. You know what I'm saying? He loves it here. You know what I'm saying? He thinks it's phenomenal. Man, bro, I wish I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. For me, real estate is an investment. It's not something to buy for myself to live in. Every bit of real estate a man has, I believe, should be something that he has on the market. Either he's trying to flip it or he's renting it out. That's what I believe, man. But that's just me, though. Yeah. And now let's act like we happy with nothing. Let's act like we're happy to come on here. She's not happy right now. She's relieved. Listen, relief is better than happiness sometimes. I promise you that. When you've been tumbling down that hill the whole way and you think you about to crash out at the bottom and somebody catch you right before you hit the bottom, there's no greater feeling than that relief. You know what I'm saying? There's no greater feeling than that relief, man. And that's real, man. Even in D.C., you go to D.C., man, you see homeless people lined up, man, around the White House, man. They just out there, bro. Let me tell y'all something. If you realized just how many people are homeless in America, bro, you would be disgusted that this so-called richest country in the world, I think Switzerland would like to have something to say about that, but when you think about that, bro, and you look at it and you say, what is going on? Why is it this way? It's this way because people don't understand what togetherness is. All of us in here right now, no matter how good you're doing, you would be doing better if you had a loyal, dedicated woman with you. I promise you that. Or two. But if you had at least one loyal, dedicated woman with you who was dedicated to the process of your progress, you would be able to accomplish even more. But women don't understand that. They would rather struggle like her. They would rather do what she's doing, or they would rather be out here and be scallies and don't even worry about anything and just, run up a bag and run up a body count at the same time. But I want y'all to understand something. The problem is Dwight Howard got caught up because we believe the fantasies. Little girls are taught that they're princesses and they're taught that Prince Charming is going to come along. Let's listen to Prince Ella talk about that, and we'll come back and talk about how those same fantasies affect us as men and put you out here on a dummy mission with these women who aren't worth it. Let's check it out.
Reason women don't know men is because from every man that's coming to you, he's coming to take something from you, or he's coming to use you for something, but it dang sure ain't to love you, for sure. The reason women don't know men is because from the time that they was born, they've been brainwashed with Disney movies that romanticize y'all. They have been in these churches where they have been conditioned, right, on how to behave with y'all, but they don't ever say who y'all really are. They just say this is how it's supposed to be. A man's supposed to provide and protect. They don't tell you who the male is, what makes them even come to that conclusion, right? So they romanticize everything about y'all, not knowing who you are at the core. Every man that's coming to you, he's coming to take something from you, or he's coming to use you for something, but it dang sure ain't to love you, for sure.
Now, there's so much mixed up stuff right there, man. First of all, she's saying that the man is supposed to provide and protect. Then she's saying the man is coming to take something. Well, here's the thing. A woman only has one thing of value to give a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's her virtue. That virtue covers her body, being sacred, being preserved for her husband. That virtue covers the things she's been involved in, the way she's lived her life, the way she was raised. The only thing a woman has to give is virtue. Now, we look at virginity because the main thing is her body here. We're also caught up on sex, that all we think about is a woman's body first. But virtue is more than just her body. Her body's included in that, but virtue is all of the things we saw in Proverbs 31. So we're talking about a virtuous woman here. Now, let's talk about these fantasies. The fantasies didn't hurt women at all. That's why women are out here chasing the bag, trying to get the bag from everybody. The fantasies of romanticizing men didn't make women run around out here, man, exchanging their pleasure for treasure. But what the fantasies did, what those fairy tales did, is they made you as a man believe that you're supposed to accept any woman. Let's look at Cinderella. Living in a house with no man. So there's her stepmom, and she had 2 or 3 sisters. I think 3 sisters. You got a stepmom and 2 or 3 sisters. No man in the house. House full of scallywag energy. House full of scallywag energy. Because there's no man there to govern it. So that means her stepmom was not raised in a house with a man, and her stepsisters aren't raised in the house with a man. So here she comes over there, and she's the lowliest of the bunch. She's dusty, she's crusty, and she's musty. Right? They make sure they keep her dusty, crusty, and musty. They work her like a Hebrew slave, right? They work her. All of a sudden, magically, She's the prettiest girl at the ball. She's dressed up. Something just had some magic happened. She showed up, and that's why they be all into the witchcraft too, because all these stories have magic in them. Think about how these girls were raised on magic. Magically, fairy godmother shows up. Wham, bam, bam, bam. Turn a pumpkin into a coach. I think turn a rat into a horse. I don't know which turned into a horse. Changed all her clothes and shoes and everything and told her, you got till midnight. She showed up, and the prince, not the king already got the queen, he an old fella. The prince who was about to take over this kingdom. He next in line. His dad is the king. The prince, he about to have this whole thing. He saw in there, and what did she do? What Corey Holcomb said earlier. She presented herself as something she wasn't. The first conniving woman that I ever heard of in my life was Cinderella. And I knew from that point, you can't trust a woman, father. You can see her. And you know what happened? Midnight struck. And when he couldn't see her no more, remember, when he couldn't see her, she turned into somebody else. Now, here's the crazy part of the fantasy. Everything turned back to what it was, except them damn glass slippers. So if the shoes she had on had turned to glass slippers, and you know them folk weren't buying her no 2 pair of shoes, what the hell was she wearing when she got back home? What was she wearing when she got back home if her shoe was still the glass slippers home? But we ain't gonna try to break down the fantasy. We ain't gonna try to tear it up. Let's keep going with it. Suddenly, here's the prince. She left one of the glass slippers there. So even if the shoes had turned, even if the glass slipper had turned back to her shoes, she wouldn't have had but one because the prince had the other one. And it would have turned into that old dusty boot in his hand, but it didn't. But everything else turned back. He's scouring the city. He looking for her. He's scouring the whole town, man. He like, man, where this girl at? I got to find a woman. I want that baby. Get it, get it, get it, get it. I won't do it like this, do it like that. And once I get it, ain't no turning back. Remember I said that. He scours the city. He shows up at Cinderella's house. Stepmama feet, too big, too ugly. He already knew that wasn't her feet. Stepsister feet, nope. Is there any other woman in the house? They house with the last one he came to. It was the last one. Is anybody else in the house? Yeah, we got old Cinderella dusty butt down there. Now here she come in all her dustiness. Ain't got no shoes on her feet now. She barefoot. She shows up. Put her foot in that slipper, and it fit. And she brought out the other slipper, put them on her feet. So here goes Cinderella, dusty, musty, crusty, and rusty, with some bad glass slippers on her feet, on them dirty feet, dressed in them rags, hair all matted on her head. And you know what the prince said? It don't matter that you don't look the way you looked. Just because of the way you looked before, I'm going to take you anyway. And not only am I going to take you, I am not even going to stay here in this. I don't want to be the king no more. I got Cinderella. I'm going to go off by myself and go off into the wilderness with my beautiful little dusty, crusty, musty, rusty Cinderella and her glass slippers with her dirty feet. The end. What kind of bullshit is that? That's what we were raised on. We were raised to believe that a prince is supposed to accept a dusty, crusty, rusty woman because she had on some shoes and a dress at the ball. Captain Save, that prince was the first Captain Saver who I ever seen in my life. I remember that. I didn't know what he was, but I was like, wait a minute. He a prince. Why would the prince? Listen, I was smart already. I knew that the prince was supposed to take over the kingdom, but he left the kingdom with the Cinderella. Man, I was confused, man. I didn't know what was going on. I knew it wasn't right. But, so that's the first conniving woman that I ever seen. The first deceptive woman that I ever. The first woman who ever was the beneficiary of witchcraft to deceive a man. But wait, we ain't through yet. We ain't through yet. Who was the first hoe I ever saw? Snow White. Snow White. I listen, now I done seen a woman that have a male best friend. I ain't never seen a woman that run around with 7 dudes at the same time. 7 short dudes at the same time. Look at him, bro. They done had her laid out in that man and beat her to sleep. 7 dudes? She the first woman I ever knew. Now listen, nobody couldn't tell me that they ain't run a train on her. Nobody couldn't tell me that. I was a little old kid too, man, but I was exposed to these little, these little dirty magazines and all that. Nobody couldn't tell me that they ain't run no train on that girl out. So what happened? Somebody was mad. I think that woman was her mama. I think her mama was like, before you disrespect this family name like this and be the floozy that we hear you being, I will poison you first. So it was her mama that gave her a bite of that apple. Said, no. You letting all these men just jump up and down on you. I'm finna stop this right now. You ain't gonna disrespect her. Now think about it now. You look biblically. The Lord say, if a man marry a woman and find out she's not a virgin, and he go back to her father, if she not a virgin for real, then they shall take her to the middle of the city and stone her for playing the whore in her father's house. So it was a big deal back then to be a fair maiden, right? Who said, man, Snow White was a wild girl. So here she is. Mama done poisoned her now. She about to kick the bucket. She gone. Here comes the prince again. I think it was the same nigga who saved Snow White. I think both his wives were floozies. He, Cinderella got away from him. Cinderella was like, nah, bro, I'm good. She got a taste of that good life, and then the real her came out, the one she couldn't be when she was oppressed by a stepmother. Now. He come along, he see her. Bro, listen to what I'm telling you. The woman's been poisoned. She dead. For all intents and purposes, she dead. This man saw a dead woman. She was so beautiful, laying there dead, that he kissed her anyway. So now, as a man, I'm supposed to be willing to accept a dead woman. So I got a broke woman, and I got a dead woman that I'm supposed to be willing to accept, right? All right. They ride off into the sunset. Not only that, she's a floozy that done been sleeping around with at least 7 men. And then her mama give her poison, and the man still kiss her. And how long do he kiss her? He wake her up. So I'm supposed to be square, and I'm supposed to do everything in my power to save a woman from her past. This is how my mind worked on all of this. I'm telling y'all, bro, when I say I've been up on the ism, man, as long as I can remember. I don't remember a time not being up on the ism. By the time I started dealing with women, I was tried and true with it. You know what I'm saying? And women have never failed to prove that they are who I thought they were. And that's why I'm still up on the prism of the ism right now, bro. I'm telling you. When guys be talking about, man, you done been a simp before, man. And now, have I always applied to ism? No. I've let it get by me a little bit a few times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe about 2 or 3 times in life, I let it get by me a little bit. But I never thought that I was doing the right thing. I already knew I was letting ism get by me a little bit. I was young. She was just bad. You know what I'm saying? A couple times. You just bad. I was young. But I'm telling y'all, that's how I broke down all of these situations. And I was like, man, listen. I knew then you can't convince me to believe something that's not logical. It don't matter what it is. If it's in the Bible, if it's not logical, I'm not going to believe it. They used to tell me all the time, man, you just don't have the discernment. You don't have the gift of discernment to be able to see it. I'll be like, okay, well, until God give me that gift of discernment, I'm not going to, it sounds illogical to me. I don't believe things that aren't logical. And that's why I say to you all, don't get caught up in this, because I'm telling you, every time you think about getting caught up in a situation like this, bro, you got to remember, a woman is who her mama is. And you got to think about this. How did Cinderella end up with her stepmom and them anyway? Her mama either kicked the bucket, or her mama didn't want her, or her mama was in them streets. I want to know how you end up with your stepmama. I want to know why they treat you like this. If your mama was so good that your stepmama didn't like her, maybe your mama passed away. But Obviously, your mama didn't have no man either. So you come from a long line of single women. If your mama passed, you're supposed to be with your daddy. If you ain't with your daddy, you're supposed to be with your uncle. You're supposed to be with your granddaddy. Nope, you with your evil stepmama. Listen, you with your evil stepmama. Did the woman kill your daddy? Where your dad at? If she your stepmama, that means she married to your daddy. Where your dad at? Bruh, there's so many holes in that story, bruh. And these are questions that I was asking people when I was young, but they were like, man, you just 4 years old, you just 5 years old, you ain't got no business asking these questions. When you get older, you'll understand. I did. I understood, man, that they knew that I was up on the ism, and they were like, let's not help this boy alone. He going too fast. So I want y'all to understand that, man. So let's look at a story right quick, man, of a girl who get it from my mama. This is gonna bring all of this home, bro. Y'all check it out.
Have you still been working on the streets?
Mm-mm.
Or motels or hotels or anything like
Mm-mm.
that? You're not doing work?
Mm-mm. No.
You're not selling videos?
No.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, I've been selling.
You have to stop.
No, I've been stopping though because they keep deleting my Instagrams for child. I just stopped.
They done made websites of my baby,
They got
and I don't like that.
websites,
It's
fans, all type of stuff.
like it's
How
crazy.
do you think Nova got this way, Tania?
It wasn't me.
They just asked her, how do you think your daughter got this way? She said, it wasn't me. It wasn't you? Of course it was you. Your daughter is who her mama was.
You take accountability. This is what I feel like I motivated her to be. Just this woman.
Okay, let me tell
who's-
you. So what it was, it's not technically my mom that made me like this, but you know how I'm like, you know, smart and mature and all that. She made me mature because the things she was telling me and, you know, showing me. But like,
what was I showing
as in, hold on, as in me, like, you know, being a prostitute and all that, she didn't show me that. Like, she didn't show me that because if that was the case, y'all be seeing her prostitute too. She not even doing none of that. She just taught me how to be mature, you know, how to hold myself up, you know?
But your mom was getting money from men.
What'd I tell you? But your mom was getting money from men. Yep, she was. She was getting money from men, just not on the street. She was doing it like women do. They meet you, they date you for a little while, they get what you can, and then they tell you it ain't working. That's why I don't give a woman nothing. If it ain't gonna work out, it ain't gonna work out. But baby, I ain't finna pay you. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't finna pay now, bro. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the prism of the ism until I can't do it no more. Then I'm gonna ride off in the sunset by myself, homie. You know what I'm saying? I got my boys, man. My boys growing up to be men. I got my boy. I'm occupied already. I got things to be focused on, but I ain't finna pay now one of these bras. You understand me? I promise you I ain't. I ain't got time for it, dog. Don't come to me at me for no money, baby. I don't owe you nothing. Well, I was intimate with you. Yeah, I blew your back out too. You enjoyed yourself. Look at my sheets. Look at your sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, who did that? I ain't do it. If I did that, I need to go to the doctor. Something wrong. I've been drinking too much milk or something, and I don't even drink milk. You know what I'm saying? What I did? I pooped in the bed or something? No, baby, that's all you right there. We ain't finna play that game. So ain't no way, bro. I'm not finna break no bread, man, for no loving. I'm not finna break no bread for no company, because honestly, I could do without the company. You dig? I'm not finna break no bread, dog. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? There's too many tricks out here. If woman want bread, she need to go get a trick. I ain't trying to compete with the tricks, dog. I don't want to compete with the tricks. When the tricks say, yeah, man, but if you don't pay her, I'll pay her. Pay her then, partner. Do what you gonna do. If that's your life, cool, man. She ain't my wife. If you gonna pay her, you can get her, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna pay her to get with her, then you do your thing. I still ain't gonna have to pay her. She still gonna come back and want me to split her. Why? Because I split her like I own her. You know what I'm saying? You split her like you renting her. I split her like I own her. You understand me? Once you pay a woman, man, you got to smash her like you renting her. You understand me, man? I put it on her back, man. So when she think about, man, when she think about me, she gonna start tingling a little bit. When she think about you, man, she gonna think about jingling a little bit. You understand? I'll take care of the tingle. You take care of the jingle, homie. That's all, man. I don't care what nobody does. Man, listen, if the day it comes to where the only way I can get a woman is if I pay her, dog, then I'm out the game, dog. I'm out the game. Period. I'm out the game completely. Cause I'm not finna pay for nobody, dog. I'm not paying for her body, dog. It ain't worth no money to me. There's things that worth money to me, but it just ain't a woman body. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been worth no money to me. It just ain't. the feeling I get from it or none of that. That feeling ain't worth money to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I do too many things that feel better than that. You know what I'm saying, bro? I do too many things that's better than that. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? When I catch my PR, when I'm crappie fishing, I catch the biggest fish I ever caught, man, don't nothing feel better than that, because the feeling I get from a woman is all physical. It's physical and it fizzles. Man, listen, I still got the feeling trapped in me that I got when I caught my biggest crappie, when I caught my biggest bass. You know what I mean? When I caught my biggest bass on 4-pound test line on a small little cricket hook, and it was 10 pounds. Bruh, let me tell you something. It jumping all up out the water in the middle of the lake, man, and some guys that was over there working on the hotel right there by the lake, they were watching me. They just stopped working. You know what I'm saying? It's a group of guys, or they just stopped working, and they watched me. And so I had to land that fish, dog. Let me tell you something. The fish was so heavy, man. I was on the other side of the lake. I literally tried to carry the fish back to the other side, bro, but just having to hold it by the mouth like that, man, my fingers was cramped up by the time I got it back to the whip, man. Then once I got it there, I was like, man, what I'm doing? I wasn't going to keep it. I just wanted to take a picture of it. So I took a picture of it, threw it back in the water, man. That was it. I wasn't going to do nothing else with it. I wasn't going to get it mounted and then, man. I don't catch God animals, man, to take them to the house, man, and get them stuffed so I can put them on the wall. God's animals ain't trophies. If I ain't catching them for food, dog, I ain't keeping them. I don't just kill God animals, man, to make them trophies out of them, dog. But that's just me, man. So I say this to y'all, man, before we get out of here, man. I just want y'all to understand. Don't be getting yourself tied up with these bras, man, because trying to legally marry a woman in America, man, it's fool's gold. You know what I'm saying? The moment you propose, man, she licking her chops, dog. She like, oh, I got me one. She just hoping she can make it to the altar, man. If she can make it to the altar and don't falter, hey, man, she finna be all in your pocket like she your daughter, dog, and you finna pay her. You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard don't know what he finna pay, but he finna pay some because he made the idiotic decision. Even after going through the experience he went through with Royce Reed, he made another decision to wife up a woman who was in need and greed. Fortunately for him, he ain't drop a seed, not this time. But this is what happens, man. If you ain't got no wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and you got the discernment to decipher, man, what kind of woman you got around you, dog. All right, brothers, we're going to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all being in the building, man. And this is also why, man, I say, man, why not just have 2 girls, man? Peace. Let's listen to this on the way out, though, brothers. Oh, hold up, man. Let me get these super chats. My bad. Got super chats, man. Bodyguard H, man, appreciate the 10 bones, man. Just blessing you. Continue dropping knowledge, good sir. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you. S. Barrett, man, appreciate the super sticker, man. Appreciate the super sticker. My boy Alpha Kingdom, man. Salute to my boy Fee, man. The mob. Much love to my bro and friend. Salute to you, man. Send blessings. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We got to chop it up here pretty soon, dog. Stan Howard, man. Appreciate the 5 bones, dog. Peter told her, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. That's what you got to say, man. That's one of my favorite things to tell a woman right there, man. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. When it's cold outside, who are you loading? Let me tell you about this woman of mine. Supreme C, appreciate the dub. Damn, Doc, I've never looked at the story that way before. Hey, man, listen, bro. It's crazy, man. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, brothers. We're going to get ready to slide on out of here, man.